Hey, what's happening, family? It's your man, Mark Black. First of all, I want to wish everybody a happy motherfucking Friday. You made it. Holla at your man, all right? Glad to see y'all doing the damn thing, you know what I'm saying? Before we go into it, I just want to say real quickly here, let me adjust the light a little bit. Got that shit shining like right in my face with the mic. Give me just a second, peoples. Hey, Miss Dean, set this light like over here and aim it toward the green screen. Sorry about that, family. I was running a little behind. I've been watching a lot of broadcasts today. I'm not even gonna lie to you, family. What's made things really difficult is this shit going on with Cynthia and Raw Dog. You know what I'm saying? The shit's been wild, man. Like, if you've been wanting to talk about any other subject or have anything else you want to talk about, you could hang it up pretty much this week, family, because that shit has been the talk of Black YouTube in general, and just news overall and shit. You feel me? Hold up, let me set this shit up. Stand by, y'all. There we go. That should be a little better. Let's see here. Make a quick adjustment. All right. Sorry about that, y'all, family. You know how it is, right? I'm trying not to be on no janky nigga shit, but sometimes it happens. You feel me? But yeah, with all this shit going on with I said her name again. Damn it. But all this shit going on with those two individuals has made it real difficult to broadcast today. Broadcast this week, period, because everybody's talking about that. And I did mention it briefly in my last broadcast, and this is pretty much the last thing I'm going to say on it, all right? I think that for me personally, their situation is simply a reminder, all right? Because I have no personal animus toward Miss Cynthia Green and Mr. Robert Perkins. No personal animus. Okay, I have issues with her rhetoric and him putting himself in this situation, but truth be told, it ain't really none of my business, right? Now, I will say this. The reason why this broadcast today is apropos is because, as you all know, I am a former pro-black, conscious, woke YouTuber. But there's some reasons why I left that fold that I think this situation presents an object lesson about. Because today, I'm going to talk about the rank hypocrisy. The rank hypocrisy that you find that permeates all of the so-called pro-black YouTube space. The reason why I'm using the term rank hypocrisy is because, in point of fact, very many of the so-called behaviors, guidelines, principles, ideas, and so on espoused by the so-called conscious, woke, pro-black community are, in fact, hypocritical. Hypocritical in the sense that these are standards that pretty much nobody really adheres to. And on top of that, the very people espousing these ideas are not upholding them either. So we need to talk about this shit. Now, as I have often through my broadcasts with my confessions of a former pro-black YouTuber, I have shared my own life story. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and start right now with my story. As you all know, I started on YouTube back in December of 2015. Mark Black inaugural broadcast. And boy, was I green. Okay? I was scared to even jump on a mic and speak like I'm speaking to you today. Everything I put up in those first days, everything I put up was scripted. I sat there at my computer, wrote out a script, picked some photos and shit that adhered to the topic, the subject that I was speaking on, went into Final Cut Pro, uploaded the audio, or I should say put in the audio track, put in the photos, created a profile and the whole 9 yards, finished it, polished it, did my post-production shit, and then boom, uploaded it to YouTube. And that was the way it was for quite some time for me. Now, if you have had an opportunity to visit my old channel and you've seen my work, I put out some solid shit. All right? I talked about quite a few different subjects, a lot of different topics. And I started to gain the notice of a few members of the so-called conscious pro-black woke community here on YouTube. And I started getting invites to Hangouts, so on and so forth. There was other people that started around the same time that I did that I knew about. And so we kind of affiliated with each other and lifted each other's channels up, shouted each other out. You know how black people do, right? And so my channel started to grow. Now, mind you, I was not aware of any hypocrisy that I may have been expressing. Here I was, a black man, talking about issues that affect black people, talking about our historic and current enemies and oppressors. And I was ecstatic to be doing so. For those of you who have followed me for quite some time, you know the investments I've made just to be able to speak to the people. I've spent thousands of dollars of my own money to buy the equipment that I wanted, that I needed to try to ensure that I put out quality work, that I put out quality content. I've spent hours upon hours. Check the audio. Let's see here. Tell me, are you guys experiencing any feedback, any popping, clicking? Let me know what's going on, family. I can't hear it. So if you don't tell me what's going on, I don't know what's happening with the audio. If it's too quiet or if it's not loud enough, I need to know. So shoot me some feedback. Make a couple of adjustments here, see if that helps. Just lower the volume, maybe. Got it. Alrighty. I could definitely do that. How about now? Is that sounding a little better, family? Thank you, by the way, Miss Denny, for the heads up. Is that sounding better at this point, y'all? Little lower volume. Well, I'm going to keep going, and y'all let me know if there's any issues with the audio, all right? I appreciate the feedback. So, one day, I'm on a broadcast with a brother named New Possibilities. You might have heard of him. You may not have. I don't know. But we were talking about various subjects because for those of you who know me, you know I get down on a whole host of topics, whether it's international economics or geopolitics or religion or whatever the case may be. I gets down. That's how I do. I'm a studious brother. I enjoy speaking on these topics. So during this broadcast, we about two and a half hours in. Peace, Brother Dave. Welcome to the broadcast. Glad to have you, and happy Friday to you, my dear brother. And so, while we were having a discussion, somehow or another, we started talking about relationships and marriage and shit. And I mentioned that my wife is a pale woman, a white woman. And all of the discussion, the heavy topics that we were touching on took a motherfucking back seat. The whole rest of the broadcast was asking me about my wife, asking me about why am I married to a white woman, asking me this, asking me that. And again, there's no shame in mine, right? Nobody exposed your man Mark Black. That was me telling my life, as I always do, good, bad, or indifferent. So, in the spirit of transparency, in the spirit of being informative and sharing my life with my brothers and sisters, I patiently answered every question. There was no deflection. There was no denial of responsibility. I didn't even realize that I had a motherfucking responsibility. I simply just answered the questions. But after that broadcast, people who were firmly on my team the day before started falling back. People who would say my name openly on their channels, acknowledging my work, acknowledging the hard work and efforts that I put into developing my platform and providing people with information, they disappeared. Some of them began to plot to stab me in the back. Punk bitches like the True Royal family, who spoke to my wife in real life, right? This motherfucker called my house, got my number, right? We talking in real life. So she's spoken to my wife, and they've had good conversation. She liked my wife. But when the community started to turn me into a pariah, started to ghost me, that bitch not only turned her back on me, but went the extra mile and tried to shade me. Coming to my channel with a troll account called Urban Snow and posting fuckery comments under my videos and shit. But mind you, even then, I was thinking that there was just simply a misunderstanding. That if I just continued to do what I do, to advocate what I advocate, to be open and honest about shit, to take the high road, that these people would re-embrace me with open arms. That if I established my bona fides, that I could be a part of the community once again. And so I spent the next almost 2.5 years catering, pandering, if you will, to the conscious, woke, pro-black community. I advocated for the causes they advocated for. I spoke up on the topics that they wanted to discuss. I tried as best I could to address their fears, like when motherfuckers were gossip mongering and rumor mongering about Trump declaring martial law. I did a whole broadcast where I discussed what martial law is, how it operates, and who it would actually affect, with real data, real information, real research. One of the greatest videos I've ever done was a video where I discussed that due to the acculturation of black people, we respond to collective pain differently than every other ethnicity in this country. Issues and traumas that would unite the rest of America atomizes us. I did months of research on psychology, studying reaction formation and different psychological defense mechanisms so that I could bring my family the best content I possibly could. And to this day, it's still one of the views on my old channel that has the least amount of views. The video that I got the most views on was a discussion about Trevor Noah interviewing that bitch Tommy Lauren. Now, I'm not sour graping here, family. Not at all. The reason why I'm mentioning all this is because I now know something that I did not know then. I now know that I was a hypocrite. That I inadvertently, eyes closed shut, wandered right into hypocrisy. Because you see, family, here I was advocating the well-known and established pro-black conscious woke agenda, anti-swirling, right? Pro-black everything. I didn't even allow white folks to comment on my fucking videos. My wife and other white folks that are around me will tell you they get no motherfucking love if they come at me with anything less than understanding the struggle of my people and being willing to stand with me and fight and defend them. I've been burning the midnight oil. I've been putting boot to ass. I've been Xing motherfuckers out of my life. I've been sharpening my knowledge. I've been studying and studying and studying. I've been reading, reading, and reading. I've been writing, writing, and speaking and all of that. And none of that mattered. Because I was a motherfucking hypocrite. You see, if you're conscious, woke, and pro-black, I don't even think you could own a white pair of socks and it be acceptable to these motherfuckers. When you are part of that fraternity, that sorority, that community, if you don't have a public, off-stated, dyed-in-the-wool, avowed hatred for everything white, you're a hypocrite. And so, in point of fact, family, I spent 2.5, 3 years on YouTube as a motherfucking hypocrite. I'm telling you, nobody's exposing me. I was a hypocrite, a pro-black hypocrite. Now, let me make something clear. This is not to say that I cannot advocate for my people. My message has been the same from the first day to today, where I fight hard for the interests of my people. Descendants of slaves in particular, black men in particular these days, but my people overall, black people globally. But it is to say that with that standard in place, I cannot call myself pro-black. And therein lies the motherfucking problem, family. Therein lies the issue. The reason why I'm telling you all of this is so that you understand once and fucking for all who it is that you are dealing with. You are dealing with black people who do not exist in a reality you exist in. You are listening, subscribing to, advocating for, contributing to individuals who live in an altered fucking reality than you do. Because in the real black world, black people got white folks they actually like. Yeah, I said it. You know, good white folks. Now, this is not to say that they don't exist in a white supremacist system that they benefit from. But you know what? I guarantee you if this was a black supremacist system and you could benefit from it, you would be benefiting from it, whether passively or actively. Stop me if I'm fucking lying. The problem for us as black folk isn't the fact that white folks benefit from a system set up to benefit them. The problem for us as black folk is that we don't work to set up systems, institutions, and shit to benefit us. When we get tossed the ball, right, we get an entree somehow into a white power structure, whether it's on the job, whether it's politics, whether it's through the military, or whatever the case may be. The average one of us says, fuck you, black people, I got mine, and they gone. That's the only difference. Many of the pale people that we know of, the white folks that we know about, are passively accepting white supremacy. They're not having to make any real efforts to maintain the shit. They're not really caring over much about whether or not it's maintained per se. But if you listen to the conscious, woke, pro-black YouTubers, every single white person around you ain't nothing but a demonic, genetically deficient, cave-dwelling troglodyte from the caves of West Asia, whose whole purpose in life is to ensure your destruction. That was like the motherfuckers during the goddamn 80s for us Generation Xers who tried to tell us about premarital sex and say that if we have sex once, we're going to end up, if you're female, with a belly full of baby, or if you're a male with an STI, that's going to make your junk rot off. So when we inevitably went out and had our first sexual experience, and in the main, for many of us, it turned out to be positive, we smelled the rank hypocrisy a mile a motherfucking away. We was like, wait a minute. You niggas lied. And it's the same with the so-called conscious, pro-black, woke section of YouTube. These motherfuckers are living in an altered reality. A reality that don't exist. I can prove it to you in another way. How many of these bastards get on YouTube every motherfucking day talking about revolution, 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 and don't even own a firearm, or don't even know how to can food, or don't know how to do basic first aid? These motherfuckers couldn't even take rainwater from a puddle and filter it and purify it so they could drink it. If revolution happened tomorrow, you know what would happen, family? You know what would happen, black people? The first 6 months of our so-called revolution, more motherfuckers would die from waterborne illnesses and infections than would die by bullets. But they want to get on broadcast after broadcast after broadcast after broadcast and shout at you about the need to rise up against these white devils. Fucking hypocrites. They know you not ready for a revolution, an actual, active, armed insurrection and rebellion against the United States of America. They know that you're not ready for it. Because if you was ready, where the fuck was we to back up Brother Micah? May he rest. Where the fuck was these niggas to back up Brother Cosmo Setepera? May he rest. Where was all these conscious, woke, pro-black motherfuckers when our brother Christopher Dorner was on the run? May he rest. Where were they? Where were they to offer aid and comfort to the warriors that they begged to come out of the woodwork? I can tell you where they were. They were on YouTube. They were on Facebook. reading Reuters, AP, Yahoo News, like the rest of us niggas, finding out about the demise, the death of yet another black man, and creating hashtags and chopping it up about how brave they were before 2 weeks later forgetting that these brothers ever even existed. Hypocrisy. They tell you that you need to buy black, that you need to spend black, you need to employ black people. And they're right. But who do you see that's in charge of their website host? Who do you see that they buy their equipment to do their broadcast from? Who do you see them buying their merch and their shirts and their little Ankh keychains from? Chinese motherfuckers and white folks. Hypocrisy. They tell you that if you are not with a black man, if you're a black woman, because remember, if you're LGBTQ, that shit's an agenda. That's a conspiracy to destroy black people. So no, only heteronormative black people need apply. But they tell you that if you are not with a black woman, if you're a black male, or you're not with a white woman, or a black male if you're a black woman, and you're not having black children, that you are the bane of black people's existence. Yet, how many of these motherfuckers is using shit like that fake ass 12 tribes chart to include Latinos and or Asian folk and so on and so forth so they can smash people of other ethnicities and it still be cool? How many of them got a snow bunny in their closet that they ain't told nobody to fuck about? That they creeping and seeing on the weekends while screaming pro-black Monday through Friday. Rank fucking hypocrisy. They tell you that you, as a black man, have to be the protector, the defender, the maintainer, and the sustainer of the black woman, while at the same time lifting this motherfucker up to be a deity. A deity, by definition, does not require protection, sustenance, maintenance, defense from anybody. Hypocrisy. Rank fucking hypocrisy. These Negroes will sit here and expound on the meta-nature and paperwork shuffling to improve your status and pineal glands and third eyes, but then shit on you when you create an organization that can actually do something for black people today. Rank hypocrisy. The pro-black community harkens back everything to the past, to the ancestors, to the ones that came before us, and don't give a fuck about any black people that are living and alive today. Rank hypocrisy. I, your brother Mark Black, as a former pro-black YouTuber, have enough courage, enough intellectual honesty, enough respect for you black people to tell you that I was engaged in hypocrisy. But how many of these motherfuckers will? How many of these people will open up the closet of their life and let you see the skeletons sitting in that motherfucker, dusty and covered in cobwebs. Rank fucking hypocrisy. Now, I'm going to share with you something that you probably have not heard from anybody else on YouTube, or at least if you have, you're a luckier person than me. I actually know why they are hypocrites. I know why. The so-called conscious, woke, pro-black community here on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else are hypocrites for only one reason. Because they cannot give up their addiction to trying to police blackness. That's all. I'll repeat that for the niggas sitting on the back of the internet. They won't let go of the need to fucking police blackness. Let me explain something to you, family. Right now, in your community, you have black people surrounding you, if you're lucky. And in this community, there are people that are experiencing, living, being every single aspect of the human condition that you can possibly imagine. There are drug addicts amongst you as well as saints. There are murderers living amongst you as well as healers. There are whole and intact families as well as completely busted, broken, and atomized families. There are people who are married and there are people who are single. There are people who are gay. There are people who are straight. There are people who have bread and there are people who are eating out of fucking garbage cans. And all of it is blackness. And so, if you are wanting to engage with blackness, the first thing you have to understand is that the one thing we share is lineage and pretty much nothing else. How my brother Dave does blackness is different than how Mark Black does blackness. How Miss Denny does blackness is different than how I do blackness. How CRU does blackness is different than how I do blackness. We are not a monolith. But instead of accepting the reality of the matter, which is that there are as many ways to do blackness as there are black people, and simply support those who are of your lineage first. Shout out to all you descendants of slaves out there. But black people in general. Go ahead, CRU. Hey, if you can be, hey, if Rachel Dolezal can claim blackness, damn it, I'm fighting for your right to claim whiteness. And nigga, it ain't spreading rumors if you telling it. There are as many ways to do blackness as there are black people. The only way that we are going to get to the unity we sorely need is to find the tie that binds. For some of us black people in America, that is the tie of lineage. right? Those of you who are like me, who are descendants of slaves, we share a common lineage. Our ancestors' blood and bones have fertilized the soil of this country. We have a unique claim on it that no one else does. But even if you are my island brothers and sisters, or other brothers and sisters from the diaspora, or brothers and sisters from the homeland, from Africa, the children of Africa, understand me when I tell you that the only way we are going to find the unity that we sorely need is through finding the ties that bind. Blackness. Now, does this mean that every black person gonna think like you, believe what you believe, fuck who you fuck, eat what you eat, live how you live? Hell no. And any mother, look, let's be honest, okay? Can we not be remedial for just a second, family? Let's not be remedial and act brand fucking new. I'm not saying something we don't already know. How many of you got that homeboy with the white bitch he been fucking since high school and the nigga's down like 4 flats on a dump truck, but he loves his white bitch? They got 3 kids together, little cute half colonizers and half niggas. And you love that fool. That's your man. He done fought for you. Been there by your side. You done ate at his table. And he done ate at yours. When y'all was younglings, he tried to fuck your sister and you tried to fuck his. His mama done whooped your ass. And your mama done whooped his ass. Y'all brothers. But he don't fuck who you fucking. Does this mean his black life don't matter? Of course not. Unless you ask these conscious, woke, pro-black motherfuckers who rejoice in the death of black people should they even be near any white folks. Any of y'all remember the case of that young brother over in Greece who was beat to death by 16 Serbian men in a Greek bar because a white Greek woman had the nerve to talk to him? He wasn't fucking her. If you read the story, he didn't even know the chick. She just initiated conversation with him. And he got killed, murdered. Do you know that bitches like she whose wig must not be named said that he deserved to die? That's right. Do you know how many of your so-called conscious, woke, pro-black YouTubers have videos up where people who are in relationships with non-black people and they end up fucked up or caught up in a trick bag or abused or beaten or murdered? They call that shit swirler's delight and say that they deserved what the fuck they got. It's a goddamn shame, man. It's a pure D motherfucking shame. The great ostrich. You know what, CRU? Can I steal that from you? Because that's a good motherfucking description of damn nearly black people in general. We black people are the great motherfucking ostrich. Spending our entire days with our head buried right in the motherfucking sand. Reality happening all around us. But la la la, can't hear you. La la la, can't hear you. You know for a fact that you got brothers and sisters in your church who sing in the choir, playing the tambourine, getting you hyped and ready to be slain in the spirit and queered in a $3 motherfucking bill. This ain't news, niggas. Oh, but if you listen to those pro-black conscious woke motherfuckers, your brother who brings you closer to God every motherfucking Sunday is literally the tool white supremacy is using to destroy your community, you idiot motherfuckers. I fucking can't. Your favorite hairdresser, your favorite nail tech, that is those of you who still actually use black hairdressers and nail techs. Queer as the motherfucking day is long. But yet you come home and click on motherfucking YouTube videos that excoriate them, that chide them, that wish death upon them. Are you fucking mad? See, are you? Look, man. When I say the great ostrich, you know that old visual that they used to have in the cartoons with the ostrich that as soon as like a hyena or a lion or something shows up, that motherfucker doesn't run away. It plucks his head right in the goddamn sand, figuring that if it can't see the lion can't see it. If that ain't a description of niggas, I don't know what is. We figured that if we bury our head in the pro-black conscious sand and deny the reality of our motherfucking experience, that it don't exist. That's what allows us to sit here and watch motherfuckers who spin us yarns, who tell us bullshit and lies on a constant basis. Explain to me. Now, again, no shade to the brother I'm about to mention, right? This brother's getting his hustle on. If you choose to contribute to him, to fund his lifestyle, good on you. But tell me how the fuck somebody like Young Pharaoh got 50,000 goddamn subs. Explain to me how talking about Freemasonry, Satanism, Jewish history, and some other shit is worth people throwing like so many views. And I mean, I had no motherfucking clue when I came on YouTube that it was that many niggas interested in that type of shit. I may have done something different. I gotta eat too. But no, I actually had integrity, thinking that black people was interested in shit that could relate to our collective uplift and growth. More fucking fool me, I guess. People talking about the pro-black community, people out there scamming folk. Let me tell you something. And I know I'm about to piss a whole bunch of motherfuckers off with this one. But you know who ain't getting scammed? Honest people. Yeah, I fucking said it. I fucking said it. Honest people. All you niggas out here who think that there's some golden ticket that you can purchase, some program that you can adhere to that will take away your need to live under blackness, you motherfuckers are the ones getting bopped. Because all the rest of us, you know, real niggas who understand that it's going to take work, effort across every area of people activity, of human activity, in order to gain the remuneration, the justice, the liberation, if you will, that we need. We're not out here looking to get our motherfucking status corrected. We're not out here buying some idiot's books talking about Freemasonry and reptilians and shit. We're not throwing good money after bad news. Like hot dog sweaty neck. No shade. But Phil Scott is a fucking news parrot and makes thousands of dollars a month off of black people. Good on him. I'm done dissing the man. I'm done hating. Good on him. Shout out to Phil Scott and his motherfucking white Latina wife. I don't have a problem with the nigga no more. I really don't. Because the only thing that made him a hypocrite, family, was these bullshit ass standards that motherfuckers throw up to try to police your blackness. That's it, and that's all. Let me ask you a serious question, family. A serious question. Elias said Young Pharaoh is a snake in the pro-black community. He gave it a bad name. No, he didn't, Elias. You know what gave the pro-black community a bad name? Calling themselves the pro-black community when they ain't. That's what gave the motherfuckers a bad name. I can prove it to you. Go on my channel right now. For those of you who have the option, go on to my old Mark Black channel right now and you'll see a series of videos about an organization that was created back in 2016. By the way, Elias, brother, welcome to the broadcast. Peace and love to you, my dear esteemed brother. There was an organization that was founded in 2016 because I had watched a few videos by brothers and sisters that I esteemed highly at the time, discussing the need for black people to have access to legal defense when they find themselves wrapped up in the fuckery that we know of as the criminal justice system. So, here in the state of Washington, in which I reside, I spent $200 of my own money and incorporated as a legitimate, registered, nonprofit organization the Black Legal Assistance Collective, or BLACK. I had a wonderful sister who you people might know as Sister Jazz and Justice, who aided me in creating logos. I purchased website hosting. I paid for the domain for the BLACK. And I set up the entire organization by myself. I take that back. Let me not do that. I set up the organization with the help of one or two other folk. And then, with much fanfare, I released it publicly and saying, family, for those of you concerned about the need to have legal protection and an adequate defense other than a PD when you get in some trouble with the law, I have the organization for us. It is a registered nonprofit organization organized around general accounting principles. I was planning to have meetings. I had reached out to individuals to set up a board of directors. This shit was going to be above board and address a true need of the people. Do you know how many of those so-called pro-black conscious woke motherfuckers actually contributed a single penny to this shit? I am not disheartened to tell you that the answer is goose egg, 0, nilch, 0, 9, nada, nobody. At the end of the year, I didn't even have enough money to be able to continue to reincorporate the motherfucking LLC, and I had to let it go. You see, family, your so-called conscious, woke, pro-black community here on YouTube as well as on other social media exists for one purpose. Just one. And that is to entertain you. Rare are the few that actually do anything. Rare are the few who actually have boots on the ground. As a matter of fact, those pro-black people among you that have boots on the ground are some of the ones that are the most castigated. There's a brother who I adore named Gazi Kaza. You want to talk about your hardest of hardcore pro-black motherfuckers? If there was ever a one, Brother Gazi is it. This motherfucker will get up in the face of any white motherfucker and advocate for black people. On any platform, at any time, no matter how many of them it is compared to one of him. Little bitty tiny light in the ass motherfucker too. Gazi just so happens to be a gay black man though. And he gets no motherfucking respect from the so-called pro-black community. None. There's another brother that I used to collaborate with named Sean Scott. Member of the Uhuru movement. Now I got my own issues with the Uhuru movement. Right? But make no mistake, you got black people that are involved with movements who are actually putting boots on the ground. Who are out there coordinating. Who are out there organizing. But he gay too. So fuck that nigga, right? Meanwhile, you have niggas who do nothing but post videos talking about black people cooning, race trading, selling us out. And then when you look at their life, you like, the fuck? There is one motherfucker in particular that I just have my feel of. This brother, New Possibilities. This motherfucker here, man. This motherfucker swear up and down he is conscious and pro-black as all get out. But he a lawyer. Wait a minute, what? You mean to tell me that you a lawyer and we don't hear nothing from you about things that affect the legal system and the shit that you're advocating for changes in the legal system? You know, to help benefit black people? All we hear from you is YouTube videos, nigga? Please. Elias said it, and I'm going to reiterate it. It's all about that action to be real pro-black. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, my missus is white. A pale woman. White folk. But that money that I spent to organize black was her money too. You know, we live in a community property state, meaning that any money that's hers is mine. And any money that's mine is hers. That was her money that I spent to help create this organization with her full backing and blessing. That nobody gave a fuck about who was black, except for one or two other people. Shout out to Jazz. Shout out to Miss Diddy. Shout out to a few other ones. You know who you are. I didn't do it by myself. But we were on a fucking shoestring waiting on niggas to do something for themselves. But now, if I was to, and I should have fucking done this. I should have done it. God damn it, I should have feasted. Because if I was to write some bullshit ass book that I put up on Kindle using a bunch of legalese that told niggas how they don't have to be niggas no more, I'd be rich. I'd be rich. You know, filled it full of lot of, quid pro quos and de factos and, you know what I'm saying, and ad hocs and a bunch of other, Latin legalese to make it sound real dope. Maybe put in some papers in the back that you could photocopy and submit to your local court clerk, right? An affidavit that you can put a want ad in the newspaper that all of a sudden will make you not black no more. I'd be rich. But no. Instead, what I did was assume that black people, pro-black, conscious, woke black people would want to be able to be protected in the legal system just like their ethnic white counterparts. Instead of having to depend on an overworked ass public defender, you might actually be able to afford some real motherfucking representation for your ass in court. Fuck was I thinking? CRU said, I heard ATL's infested with Super Bowl coons. That's another word I'm going to stop using, is coons. As a former conscious, woke, pro-black YouTuber, that's not a word I can use no more. Because according to many of them motherfuckers, I'm a coon. According to many of them, I hate black people. There's niggas out there that would put me on the same level as a Jesse Lee Peterson or some David Clarks or some shit like that. Facts. But I gotta tell you something though, family. If I'm a coon, I got to be the dumbest goddamn coon there ever was. Cause I ain't getting paid talking to black people. With the exception of my brother CRU and BGS, shout out to the elder, I haven't even had too many people donate, during my broadcast, tip a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely not getting rich. And yet, strangely enough, for me to be such a goddamn coon, such a race traitor, I keep wanting to talk to black people. I must not be doing this coon thing properly. I must got the coon game fucked up some sort of way. Somebody needs to educate this nigga Mark Black. Because I keep trying to talk and aid and assist and uplift black people, when I could just be laying back with my snow buddy going, I got mine, nigga, fuck you. I'm not doing this coon game the way it should be done. They keep trying to police your blackness. Yeah, nigga, I'm definitely using YouTube to get rich. Don't you see me? I'm broadcasting to my niggas from my own private asteroid in space. You better recognize. Mark Black has got both sides of the game sold up. I got the white people on lock and the niggas on lock. I wish somebody had told me. That would make trying to, struggling to pay these bills a hell of a lot easier. They keep trying to police your blackness. And y'all niggas keep paying for the privilege. I don't have shit to say no more about no scammers. I don't have shit to say no more about Polite. I don't have shit to say no more about that nigga Pharaoh. I don't have shit to say no more about motherfucking Phil Scott. I don't have shit no more to say about she whose wig must not be named and her boy toy Raw Dog Perkins. I don't have shit to say about none of them. Do you know why? Because if you niggas like it, I love it. If you like the stench of rank hypocrisy when you wake up in the morning, I love it. when brothers like Angry Man and BGS and Cerulean and sisters like Kendra and Shar and Cats and Neon Eyes have to beg you niggas to support them, but you can still find $5 or $10 to throw at Brother Phil Scott, y'all ain't got shit to say to me. I could waste my time sitting here spinning you yarns, telling you lies, making up data. I watched a video by this motherfucker the other night. Fucked me up. This nigga said that young Pharaoh was a reptilian. Okay, now I have my own opinions about the young brother. But I can assure you that in all of the time I have spent a few bits of neuronal energy thinking about young Pharaoh, the idea of that nigga being a reptilian never crossed my mind. And this motherfucker has a Patreon. And he swears up and down that he's got the evidence of young Pharaoh's reptilian DNA. Yes, CD Fury, Elias. Elias, I'm just going to keep it a buck. CD Fury to me is brain junk food. Entertainment. Because I suffer from an illness that requires that type of entertainment every so often. This illness I have suffered from my whole life. And I have not found a cure for it. Doctors don't know how I was infected with it. There's no treatment. There's no cure. It may or may not be fatal. Time will only tell. But this disease I have is the disease that gives me this inbuilt, almost instinctual need for shit to make sense. So when I hear things like reptilian DNA, which, by the way, scientifically speaking, every human being has reptilian DNA in their genome because we evolved from reptilian species way far back in the development of life on this planet. But I digress. When I hear shit like CD Fury, it cannot be anything more to me than brain junk food. The shit was entertaining. Wait, no, oh shit, I just stuck my tongue out. I must be reptilian too. Oh, fuck me. I just exposed myself. I'm part of the NWO globalist reptilian agenda from Anunnaki motherfuckers from the planet Nibiru. Holy shit. CRU. Is the earth round or flat? I'm going to settle that question once and for all by saying, nigga, you figure it out. I have my ideas about whether or not the earth is round or flat. But I see now that the white man science can't convince some of you niggas. You know, Aristophanes measuring from Alexandria, shadows, and then going to, you know what I'm saying, Thebes and measuring shadows and proving that on a sphere, you're going to have an angle of a triangle greater than motherfucking 90 degrees. You know, some old basic geometrical shit. I mean, standing on the motherfucking ocean and watching a boat go over the motherfucking horizon. You know. Nah, CRUC, they won't take my word for it. Even though I'm on my asteroid and I can see this big, beautiful, round, global, you know, sphere motherfucker. They ain't gonna believe me. Because you know me landing on this asteroid was a hoax. That's right. I'm just spinning you yarns that NASA came up with back in 1969 to trick you motherfuckers into not seeing the fact that nobody's broken through the motherfucking dome up there. That's going to be my next broadcast on the whole conscious, woke, pro-black YouTube bullshit. Right? That's going to be my next confessions video where I discuss these bullshit-ass conspiracies these niggas be. I fucking can't. I fucking can't. Look, Elias, this is not me dissing CD Fury. I want you to understand something, all right? I don't have any personal animus. I don't have any skin in the game with CD Fury, Pharaoh, Polite, any of them other motherfuckers, right? Because I actually do due diligence. You're not going to tell me that I can pay you $10,000 and I can correct my nigga status. Yeah, I just, you feel me? Like, you feel me? I have a need Grinch. My Neezy. Welcome to the broadcast, Brother Kraken. Yeah, Elias, no one's made it past the space barrier. Good luck with that. I can't ride. You lose me when you say shit like that. I recognize a lot of black people have an allergy to math and science and logic and critical thinking and shit. I get it. That ain't your boy. And I hope I'm not alienating you. Believe whatever you like. You are still my beloved, esteemed brother. I just can't ride. Because I can deduce shit. I can look at the evidence. Okay? Look, this is what I would like to issue a challenge to all the flat earthers, you know, firmament believers, you know what I'm saying, dome motherfuckers that's out there. Do me a favor, all right? Just this one goddamn thing. That's my man. Fuck the wig. Facts. Do me a favor. I would like for all of you who get together and have these conventions and shit, right? You know, because I know flat earth is actually, strangely enough, a damn thing. Okay? So, what I would like for y'all to do is to get together. I would like for y'all to chip in some bread. And I would like for y'all to put together a small rocket. It ain't got to be on no Saturn V or Titan II shit. None of that. You ain't got to be trying to be SpaceX in this motherfucker. Okay? And I want y'all to actually provide us with evidence to the contrary that nobody's made it into space. Trust me when I tell you, I am not allergic to evidence. I am not allergic to data. If you can establish clearly Elias. What? I'm not even certain I understand your statement, so I'm going to read it out loud just to make sure I got it, okay? Kemet, god of sun, Ra, won't allow humans to go next dimension of next life. Okay, I think I got what you're saying. All right. So, my first question is, what dimension are you talking about? Second of all, what next life? Third of all, who the fuck is Ra? The only thing that I saw in that statement you just made that I know exists is Kemet, sun, and humans. So you got some splaining to do. The reason why is because when you make a statement like that, the burden of proof to establish whether that shit is real, valid, salient, important, whatever is on you. I'm not saying you're wrong, but until you establish that shit, I can't say you're right either. Man, family, I love you, Elias. I hope you know that, right? I hope you know that. This again, nothing but love between us. Right? Okay, facts. Comedic spirituality. Okay, cool. Now, that, of course, would require me to make some assumptions that your man Mark Black, as of yet, is not comfortable making. First of all, that there is a such thing as a spirit, and thus spirituality. And number two, that we can know enough about what the ancient Kemet people believed in order to have an intact spirituality. Last I heard, Kemet hasn't been around for quite some time. Information gets lost. Motherfuckers twist shit up. Hell, you don't believe me? Just look at Christianity. Christianity only been around for like 2,000 years. And they got the Christian game completely fucked up. The only ones that are actually still holding on somewhat to the original Christian church is the Orthodox. And nobody even knows who the fuck they are. They're the biggest Christian denomination nobody's ever heard of. Don't even get me started on how badly the Muslims fucked they shit up. They had one prophet, one book, one way of doing shit. And it wasn't even a good 5 minutes after the death of Muhammad that they already started on some fuckery. You can't give people a good religion and expect them motherfuckers to keep it because of rank-ass hypocrisy. They gonna preach one thing and do another one. That only proves my point. You know what? I gotta open up the motherfucking Discord. If y'all want to talk to me about this shit, y'all gonna have to come in here to the motherfucking Discord and start talking. I'm not taking no more bullshit off of nobody. You feel me? Jump on in here and speak your speech, nooker. It's Friday. We ain't got no jobs and we ain't got shit to do. Okay, I ain't got no job. Y'all motherfuckers got jobs. Hey, BGS, shout out to you, brother. I'ma say that I love them both. Because that laughter in the background, the shit be having me. You feel me? Utter laughter has me, brother. Both of them. Keep on with the keep on. We don't have enough motherfucking laughter in the black community. BGS, my elder, esteemed, wise brother. Is it not a fact that we don't have enough laughter in the black community? And we see evidence of this because there are motherfuckers that take bullshit ass ideas serious to the motherfucker when they should be laughing their asses off. There is shit right now being broadcast all over YouTube. Shit being posted on Facebook and on Twitter. That if you do even a modicum of due diligence, you will see it's nothing more than patent bullshit. But y'all take it so serious. Go ahead, CRU. Holla at your man.
What's up, Mark?
What's good, bro? What's good?
Man, I'm chilling, man. This week went by very fast.
Oh, sure enough. I mean, with all the heat and smoke from the dumpster fire that was she who must not be named, announcing her imminent, parturition, it's been hard to get a broadcast in about anything.
Look, hey, people like me, I'm not saying I'm getting 1,000 views, but I'm getting quite a few more than I normally would get, just speaking.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I had the temptation, family, of putting up a broadcast that was going to talk about whatever the fuck I felt like talking about, but all the tags and the title and everything was going to have "She Who Must Not Be Named" and "Raw Dogs" shit all over it, just to get the clicks. I was tempted for a minute, but I got integrity and I held out. By the way, I do want to give a shout out to the brother BGS. BGS, that final Cyn broadcast, brother, that's all I got to say. Like,
I didn't even get to watch it yet.
CRU.
But I do have one name to say though.
Go ahead, brother.
I don't know if BGS didn't say it yet, but the name was
Elphaba?
Yeah, that's the name from Gregory Maguire's summer 1996 novel, Wicked Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West. Her name was Elphaba.
Right on. By the way, shout out to my sister Shar in the house. I've missed you, sister. Love you. Peace to you. Happy Friday. Hope your ass is staying warm, by the way. But see, family, the thing is we don't have enough levity. Or to be more precise, and this is damn nearly a natural born function of your so-called conscious, woke, pro-black YouTubers, is that they give too much weight to little shit and not enough weight to big shit. They, you know what I'm saying, will shit a camel and strain over a gnat. And family, look, I actually, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I actually think enough of you to think that you motherfuckers actually have some brains. I think enough of you that if I bring you information, data, that you can actually do something with it. I actually have enough integrity to trust in your ability to use logic, reason, and critical thinking, regardless of where your life is in blackness. And that is one of the primary reasons why I'm no longer a member of the so-called conscious, woke, pro-black YouTube community. Because unlike them, I actually do not have contempt for you. I actually do not have disdain for you. Shar, our voices are small, but getting bigger every motherfucking day. Every motherfucking day, our voices is getting bigger. Bigger and bigger. Man, when I saw my brother Angry Man break 1,000 people watching, that shit had me. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little choked up. Real talk. Real talk. We have to have more voices of actual, factual, reasonable shit. We have been giving too much airtime, too much shine, too much neuronal activity to drivel. And I, for one, am fucking done with it. I made the commitment to you, family, that in 2019, for me, it was all about getting right or getting left. I have not wavered. I have not wavered from that. So, like my elder brother, my esteemed guy, BGS, I'm done giving shine to an obviously fucked up situation. I really don't.
Mark.
Hold on, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you good, brother. Go ahead.
So I showed my pops the same like when Obsidian went in that first day, and you know the first, and he said, "What are you giving her a way to get back?" Right? And I'm like, "You were there. You listened to when Angry Man had her on the panel. You listened. I mean, we were driving to Chicago damn near when no, that was Chris. Somewhere
Mm-hmm.
he listened to everything, right? And it's like, does she sound like she wants a way back,
Facts.
or does she sound like my ex-wife, who you even told me she has no way back? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, which one is it? Because to me, I would have said, okay, if she repents now and gets away back. But you heard her today. She's still talking the same bullshit.
I'm going to tell you.
How the hell do you still talk the same bullshit?
CRU, I'm going to tell you, brother, again, black people in a lot of ways have the game fucked up. Black people, understand me when I tell you this, that there is a process to forgiveness. There's a process, because I do not believe that as long as someone is alive and breathing, that there isn't a path to redemption. That being said, if there is a path to redemption, then we need to clearly delineate what that path is. Would you or would you not agree? Well, if that is the truth, then I, your brother Mark Black, have clearly delineated a path to redemption. The process of forgiveness is as follows. It's very simple. The first step in the process is to acknowledge that you have done a wrong, right? It is to admit that you have wronged or hurt or injured somebody, right? So you have to first, okay, pause. Let me take a step back. The first step in the process is actually seeing that what you've done is a wrong. Second step is acknowledging that wrong. The third step is repentance. Now, I'm not talking about that repentance bullshit Christians do in their motherfucking church when they've been out whoring and boozing it up and drinking it up on Saturday night, go in, drop on their knees on Sunday and think it's all good. No. Repentance.
Just till next Sunday.
Right.
They're good till next Sunday.
Repentance means to turn around. Think of repentance like a ship. If you're on the ocean and you are driving a ship has a rudder. If you realize that you are heading in the wrong direction, you grab the motherfucking wheel, you turn the wheel, and you turn that ship around, right? Repentance is the part of the process where you say that I done you a wrong. This is what I done. And this is what I intend to do to ensure I do not do you the wrong again. So it's not just holding yourself out there as accountable. It is setting up a standard by which you will make sure that you adhere to ensure that the wrong is not committed again. And only after that has been done does one have the right to issue forgiveness. If a person has never thought in one time in their interactions with you that they have committed a wrong against you, let alone spoke it out publicly that they've harmed you, they have not turned away or deviated from the behavior that is causing you the harm, then what the fuck do you look like forgiving them?
Yeah, that's the thing. They say, like, on the news and whatnot, they be forgiving the people before they're even arrested. Like, what the hell is that?
Man, look, we do that shit all the time. You remember when Dylan Roof killed our 9 brothers and sisters down there at Mother Emanuel Church, right? Before our people's bodies was even cold, they had motherfucking mics in front of their faces saying, y'all forgive them, right? Oh, yes, Lord, we forgive them, we forgive. Dylan Roof hasn't expressed not a single bit of motherfucking remorse or even acknowledged he did a wrong. But y'all jumping on the bandwagon to forgive? But we do that same shit with each other too.
Yeah, it's the same thing like that little boy. He said, no, I don't forgive him. Then they went to the news and everything, and his mama looked at him crazy.
My sister,
and that goes back to...
Hey, CRU, my sister Jen Denny, right? The Black Honey Badger on her blog. Miss Denny hit them with the link to the motherfucking Black Honey Badger blog, right? Mentioned that same shit, how they did poor little Jeremiah Harvey. He spoke from the heart. He said, I don't fucking forgive this woman. She tried to hurt me. And they browbeat this boy until he said, well, yeah, I forgive her, you know, blah, blah, blah. The fuck?
Oh, hey, let me talk about this, cause Elias was talking about, and Jenny, yeah, TVA and Jason Black, I think they got us all into this shit. Like, we got to bring the news. You know what I mean?
We
like,
have to.
We have to do it. We've got the platform. Our channels aren't that big, but still, we're saying something. We're getting a little view, and at least that's going to go and carry on to the next person. When they get on the big platform, they're going to be saying what we're saying.
Absolutely. Look, this is why consistency is key, right? This is why you have to have principles. You have to have morals. You have to have an ethical base. And consistency is key. If you are claiming to be for your people, to be B1, right? Then you need to be speaking on that in every forum, at every turn. Otherwise, what the fuck are you doing? Sure.
It's like this.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
It's like this, right? I got like 50-something employees, right? Except for like the maybe 5 or 10 new ones, I can send the 40-something other ones to any place, and they all know protocol. Mm-hmm. If Tom can't do it, Mike can do it. If Mike can't do it, John can do it. If John can't do it, Jerry can do it. Shit like that. Like, it doesn't matter who does it. We're all on the same code. We're all, you know what I mean? We're all under the same teaching. So it doesn't matter. I've been on panels to where I'm like, nah, it's 3 of the people that say my same mindset on there. Why should I be up there? If I got to go to sleep and I see one of my guys on the panel, why should I be up there? He's going to say the same thing I'm going to say. So, you know what I mean?
But you got to be up there. You know why you got to be up there, CRU? You got to be up there because motherfuckers' heads are like stones. If you going to get something in that motherfucker, you going to need to hammer it home. Repetition is key. Consistency is key. The fact is, family, is that the pro-black conscious woke community suffers because of a lack of motherfucking consistency and repetition. They keep spouting the same bullshit that everybody knows is drivel. They know it's bullshit. You can only tell me that I'm going to die so many times and I don't before I stop fucking believing you. They the equivalent of the motherfucking boy who cried wolf.
And that's where this Gray Faulkner thing and everything else, Angry Man Standard, and everything else that we've been coming up with, period, whether in the Coliseum or out in these YouTube streets or whatever, we come back with the same thoughts. We you know what I mean? What they say, chew the meat and spit out the bones or whatever. Facts. And we do that. And then when we leave the table, we all are full and we know what the hell to do when we go back to our respective places. Facts. And handle it like way.
You know what breaks my heart? I know that the brother BGS has been involved in the pro-black community forever, right? As far as I've been aware, at least since the 80s. According to some of the information that he shared with us and so on and so forth. And when I say involved, I'm talking about actual boots on the motherfucking ground. I'm talking about before there was anything called social media and YouTube and shit, right? So I believe the brother
he know a lot of the people I know.
Right? But I believe that he's established this bona fides, right? And yet he still has to beg. No, I take that back. Because our brother is beyond that. He has a dignity that doesn't require begging.
No, but to him it still feels like begging. So, like, why would you even question?
But I'm saying we have to beg people to respect his wisdom, respect his authority. Look, I'm going to tell you something. Can't no motherfucker who's on some shit where they telling me about calcified pineal glands and spirituality and shit. Look, hit me where I need to be hit first. I follow Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If you don't know what it is, look it the fuck up. Under Maslow's hierarchy, the first need every human being has is the need for physical integrity and security. In other words, we need to eat. We need to drink. We need to have a place that's warm when it's cold and cool when it's hot, and so on and so forth. But what you have in the so-called conscious, pro-black, woke-ass community is the equivalent of niggas trying to put an apex of a pyramid in midair. Fuck gravity. Fuck building a foundation for the motherfucking, right? Look, I'm going to keep it a buck with you.
But we did that, Mark.
No, but I'm saying, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. We would have a hell of a lot easier time reaching the people that we need to reach if we were actually giving them shit that they can use right now to better their lives. Right? The reason why the brother Angry Man can have 1,000 brothers watching his broadcast is because the shit he's telling them they can get right off that broadcast and go and use to immediately make their lives better. Now, Angry Man might believe in purple unicorns that fly out the ass of George Herbert Walker Bush's corpse that blesses everybody. But I can guarantee you he will get more motherfuckers to listen to that shit because he's hit them where they are. Black people have been kept on our back foot, on a survival footing. So if we're not speaking to the needs of the people to where they can have their survival needs met, their security needs met, their need for human connection met, then nothing you say about spirituality and gods and angels and devils and deities and unicorns and all that other shit is gonna fucking matter. That's like trying to float an apex of a pyramid in midair. It's not going to fucking work.
Hey, Mark, can I say I thoroughly agree with you, right? Like I said, both my parents are reverends, right? And when they broke it down, the Bible in it, and I've been reading it all my life, you know, the Southern grandparents. When Jesus when they go teach everybody, they don't leave them with nothing. Oh, here you have my word, and then go out and fish. No, I'm going to teach you to fish. I'm going to catch you a fish. You're going to cook the fish. Oh, you like the fish? Here, this is how you do it. Grab this worm, put it on this hook. You could make a thing out this tree over here, and this is how you do it. Now you can do this shit yourself. Here's how you start the fight. Now you give them some practical shit. Them motherfuckers gonna spread your word all day.
Facts. Facts. Look, family, it don't matter what the fuck you believe. I can give you the key right now to be able to proselytize anybody you want, including and up to your man Mark Black. You show me ways that I can meet my daily needs, get my daily bread, take care of my responsibilities, and do it with dignity, with respect, with integrity. And you can come and preach.
Get easier in the future.
You can come and preach any motherfucking thing you want to at me at that point, and I will at least sit down and listen to you. I promise you. I may not ultimately believe what you believe, but I will at least give you a hearing. Why? Because you are meeting me right where the fuck I am. The book of James says, if you see your brother hungry and you say, may the peace of the Lord be with you, but you don't feed him, you fucking up. Almost the whole of the so-called woke, conscious, pro-black community is on that bullshit. They will talk at you all day about how you need to police your blackness and how you need to do blackness. But how many of them motherfuckers is actually telling you how to acquire a land base? How many of them is actually teaching you how to organize with your brothers to be able to build businesses for all of you? How many of them are telling black men, Go and get in the military. Go join the police force. Go join the motherfucking fire department. Get government jobs, not individually, en masse, and promote your brothers from within until such time as you are the one wielding the power and wielding the resources. How many of them is doing that? They too busy telling you, you can't change shit when you involved in what the white people doing.
But them the same people that are working in that system.
Thank you.
What really kills me, how are you in the courthouse and you're telling me you don't get down with the great Foulness shit?
Thank you. How you gonna be a nigga like New Possibilities, a motherfucking lawyer working in law firms and shit every day, being in courthouses, but they got the nerve to speak against the motherfucking legal system? What the fuck are you doing to change the motherfucking system?
I'd have dropped so many videos on him, but I don't call nobody out by name unless they do some extra.
No. See, you know why I do it? Because if you go on the back end of my channel as Mark Black, I had a listed state of principles. And one of those principles was that regardless of negative whatever, I was not going to mention any black person by name. I held to that standard for years while people maligned my character, while they decimated my name. Fuck that. I ain't taking the high road no more. I'm not clout chasing. I'm not acting like, that I'm better than them. I'm simply calling them out on the rank hypocrisy and fuckery. You don't get to tell me and mine that somehow or another we got to be against the white man legal system while you working in it. You don't get to tell me and mine that we need to buy black when everybody you pay and everybody you hire and everybody you use is white folks. You don't get to tell me to join a black revolutionary party with a board of directors that's mostly made up of mulattoes and white folks. Sorry. You either tell me that you are living by your principles and give me the option to either co-sign or not, or shut the fuck up. But one thing I ain't gonna do is I'm not gonna soft shoe, I'm not gonna tap dance, I'm not gonna dance around and drop little subliminals. No, fuck all that. Because if it came to me, if all of these so-called conscious pro-black YouTubers that I have mentioned by name have at some point mentioned my name and have thrown my ass firmly and fully under a bus, but I'm supposed to take the high road, I'm supposed to be like, nah, I can't do that to them brothers and sisters. May their respective deities forgive them for the ill in which they do. Man, fuck all that. I'm a hood nigga.
Hey, Mark, that's the shit that I got cussed out for, right? Remember that white boy, that big ass white boy that hit that 11-year-old girl?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm not vouching for that white boy, but he's doing what you said you would do. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna knock your ass out. A shark gonna bite. A ram gonna use its horn. But my point was, why is that girl running around fighting a goddamn buffalo or lion?
Because she can.
And I got cussed out for that.
No, because she can.
Like, no, you got to know who you fighting. I'm not going to go swim with no goddamn big-ass whales and sharks and then cry about getting bit when I know it's clean waters over here.
I done already told you. A brother like my brother Charles Faulkner, Officer Faulkner, shout out to him. I ain't fighting that nigga. I seen his guns. I see what he's packing on them 2 shoulders. I got to shoot that motherfucker. There's no fighting. I know my limits. I ain't running up on him thinking he's going to be no easy win. All right? She did that shit.
And if I do have to, if I were to have to, I'm getting like 30 of my guys.
I'm just saying, ain't ain't no bitch in mine. There's no such thing.
Shout out to Charles. Shout out to the Grinch. Shout out to everybody, man. Like, woo, all that, hoorah, all that. You know what I mean? But I know what I would do But shit, I'm not finna take no military on one-on-one.
Hell no.
Like
That's stupid as fuck. And see, this is the thing I had to say about it. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I'm just glad the sister made it home. All right? Hopefully she learned a lesson from this shit. All right? Because I didn't have any desire to see her get punched in the mouth, but she played stupid games and she got socked. That's how it goes down. All right?
And what kind of man would teach his son also just get into every and any fight, even when you know you can't win?
Man, look.
If you got Jax from hell on Mortal Kombat and he coming after your ass, nigga, you can't fight him.
Man, I grew up in the hood. One of the first things I learned is there's always a tougher nigga out there. It don't matter how tough you are. There's always somebody out there who can whoop your motherfucking ass. I'll tell you a little quick story, CRU. This shit'll crack you up. I was in high school, right? And I was calling myself filling my oats, you know, trying to establish my rep in my new school as a freshman, right? So this motherfucking, you know, him and I done had some words. And finally, I'm talking big shit to him. Big shit. I'm like, you little nigga, I'll fuck you up. You ain't ready for this. You know what I'm saying? I will smash you, nigga. I was like 180 pounds, like 5'6", you know, big nigga, right? I played football. I was like, I'ma smash you, you little nigga. You ain't shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, you punk ass nigga. You don't want none of this. I'm talking big shit. So finally, we square up. And this little nigga hit me with a punch I ain't felt since, bruh. This nigga couldn't have been no more than a Bill 10 with water in his shoes. And he hit me like that nigga was like 375 pounds. He hit me so motherfucking hard, CRU, I flinched, nigga. I was like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? How your breath catching your throat, like, what? Oh,
hey, Mark. You old enough to remember this. I don't know what show that was, but that little yellow birdie, everybody want to fight that little yellow birdie. And he just poked the motherfucker in his knee. And he just stabs him out.
Hell yeah. This motherfucker hit me so hard, man. My jaw clicked for like 2 weeks. I stopped the fight, my nigga. I was like, yo. I don't know what we was beefing about.
God damn.
But we need to talk about this shit. You can't hit me like that no more. Now, me and him became dogs. That was my man, right? But that taught me a very powerful...
You was the bully then?
Exactly. I was the bully, and I paid the bully's price, right? And that let me know
now
right there.
You with the motherfucker you was bullying.
You know what I'm saying? That was my dog. Because that boy was cold with them hands, man. And it turns out that the reason why...
You still keep in touch with him?
Oh, no, that was like that was years ago. You know, we was just dudes in school. But the thing was that what that taught me was this. That taught me to never underestimate a motherfucker. It turns out that the only reason why he hit me that hard is because he was scared of me. Like, I didn't realize that he was actually afraid of me. And so he figured that if I was going to hurt him, he was going to throw the whole kitchen sink. It just so happens I ran right into that motherfucker and rung my own goddamn bell. You feel me?
Hey, that's the same thing that happened. I stabbed the nigga in the neck and beat the case. You know what I mean? Shit, I was scared. Who the fuck gonna tell me different?
Allegedly. I'm not
No.
Oh,
not allegedly.
You beat the case.
Record.
Oh, okay.
I stabbed him in the neck.
I was about to say, I'm not going to let you incriminate yourself on my shit, man. But no, I feel you. I mean, look.
I mean, this man was like 24. I was 16, 17. This man lifted me off the ground with one hand and shit.
I'm going to tell you.
Bully.
I done been through mad shit. You know what I'm saying? I done been stabbed. I done been shot. I done been through some shit. And I'm going to tell you something that a lot of people don't fucking realize. And that is this. There is, in our community, our collective, a bunch of individuals who are ready to be shown a way that makes sense. But as a former pro-black conscious woke YouTuber, I can tell you, you will not, for the most part, find it there. There are brothers and sisters out here that are speaking on some real shit. Shout out to Sister Nicole.
Mark, I have to disagree. Well,
you can disagree, nigga, but it ain't gonna change what I just said.
So I remember I was locked up 16 months with them same people you're talking about in Chicago.
Right. Go on.
So my thing is this: we have to apply that Bible verse when we come present to Grace Faulkner and the Angry Man Strategy. We have to bring them some tangibles right now. Just like we're
Facts.
asking from Kamala Harris and all of that. All right. Well, who are you? Y'all the new Negroes? There was some other Negroes came over last week. Who are y'all? Nah, but we got this for you. We have this for you. We'll show you some shit in this amount of time.
Yep.
And then if we can do that, I think we can change the mindset. Because even if we get 10 niggas off of this block, 5 niggas off of that block, shit. If out of them 10 niggas, 5 niggas come back and they're good and they're putting 20 motherfuckers back on, shit. I think it'll be a takeover. It's a paradigm shift right now.
Facts. I mean, look, CRU, let's keep it a buck. I'll admit that I kind of thought that the bringing tangibles thing went without saying. I just spoke at length on the fact that we need to reach these people in their everyday life, right? We need to be giving the brothers what they need, okay? We could deliver the wants later, right? Like, once we got a solid core of brothers that are on this new paradigm, right, we can then start to make power moves. But until we've gotten to that point, it's premature to be expecting a lot of shit from certain individuals. They can't call it.
Mark, let me say this, right? Now, I don't know, you from the hood. Well, I'm not from the hood, but I've been in the hood and I know how this shit works a little. But when somebody want to take over and they want somebody to take over inside to go talk to the other guys to come to my side, what do? They throw them some money. They throw them some, you know what I mean? That's what they do. Or
look,
am I lying?
I look forward to the day, brother, when I can do a broadcast and actually give away money. Like, real talk. I look forward to the day when I can call it that when you come and listen to me, I'm actually putting resources in your pocket, right? Because you're absolutely spot on, man. We gotta stop with this high-flung ass shit and start getting down to the base, down to the foundation of things. We got to get down to brass tacks. A lot of motherfuckers do a lot of talking. But when it come time to do action, when it come time to pull out some resources, come time to put your money up or shut the fuck up, they disappear and we end up hearing crickets, right? That shit got to stop. This is why I said yesterday in my broadcast that, brothers, you complain about the existence under which you live, that you're a caricature in all of America's heads, including the black woman, right? And you complain and you upset, and rightfully so. You are being done an injustice, right? And so when those folk who are doing you an injustice get their comeuppance, rejoice, right? Have a little moment of schadenfreude. Peace, Sister Akasha, greetings to you and loves to you, right? So indulge in that moment of schadenfreude, okay? Where you rejoice in the downfall of a motherfucker that done done you dirty. But when you're done rejoicing, understand that their failure does not automatically constitute your success, right? We can sit here and trash these hypocrites that are all across social media on various platforms, right? I got trashed for being a hypocrite, and rightfully motherfucking so. So we can trash these hypocrites. But when we're done trashing them, we need to show everybody that our way is better. In other words, it's a hell of an easy thing to do to sit there and shit on somebody who got caught up in some fuckery, right? We can sit here and go off for a month solid about the recent revelations of the situation with she whose wig must not be named and her male acolyte. All right? But once we're done with that, we still have growth of our own that we need to focus on. We still have work of our own that we need to do. And their fucked upness, their fuckery, their hypocrisy, my hypocrisy, anybody's hypocrisy does not preclude that.
Hey, Mark, can I get...
Go ahead, brother. Take the mic. It's all you.
All right. So,
by the
now,
way, Akasha, you just popped in. Let me go ahead and pop the link to the Discord in here. So if you want to pop in and chime in and say whatever's on your heart, sister, my platform is yours. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. So the fuckery is, well, not the fuckery. The joking on the fuckery is needed because it's a good thing. It's a good thing because that means we're right.
You ain't heard me. You ain't heard me complain once, brother. You ain't heard me complain once. Like I said, I understand. Trust me, there was probably quite a few brothers and sisters that rejoiced when I told about my marriage situation because I was, to a certain degree, on the ascendant. And as soon as
who cares?
Who
cares?
Wait, who cares?
We're still here.
But
and
wait,
everybody knows it.
Listen, brother, because who cares? I did, and they did. You see what I'm saying? It's not necessarily that any of us will function necessarily within reality, because they were right. In that reality, in that sphere, I had no right to be calling myself what I called myself. But I failed to understand that I wasn't staying in my lane. I wasn't driving on the path that I need to drive. I can have more of an effect over here as a motherfucking social media pariah, the black sheep, the angry black sheep, than I ever could over as Mark Black. And I'm grateful for that. Wigtality. Shout out to the Kraken. What's good, Grinch?
Man, what's good? I just came in to say wigtality, my nigga.
Well, you said it, and right? Shit.
I don't know if Grinch and Kraken. Hey, Grinch. Hey, you seen Aquaman? What was that motherfucker that was down there under the seat that wouldn't let Aquaman get the goddamn
wigtality?
Oh my goodness. God. Elias said, "Let me get this out. There's she who must not be named having mulatto. I'm just asking." Now, again, according to the information that we have, Elias, it turns out that a fellow YouTuber, Mr. Robert Perkins, is alleged to be the father of the upcoming youngling, right? And he is not of mixed ethnicity. He's a black man. So unless Cyn G, damn it, I said her name again. Unless she who must not be named is of mixed race or, biracial ethnicity, no, it's likely that the child...
You only got 4 more times like Candyman.
Right, I know, man, and then she's going to pop out the screen and we all going to be fucked up. Family,
break all your mirrors.
I'm about to wrap this motherfucker up. Let me go ahead and do what I do. Shout out to Miss Denny, since she was the last in the chat. Shout out to the Grinch God, a.k.a. the Kraken. Shout out to my brother Elias. Shout out to Sister Akasha. Always peace and love to you, sister. Shout out to Dave Tao. Let's see here. Shout out to Sister Shar. Shout out to the Elder BGS. Let me go through here. Make sure I got everybody. And it looks like that's who was live with me during this broadcast. Of course, you'll be able to catch it on the re-up. Family, look. Hypocrisy.
Check in the Discord.
Hypocrisy is the order of the day. As long as you have motherfuckers who will not accede to reality. And the reality of it is that we all do blackness in so many different ways. I don't have to agree with how you do blackness. but I have to agree with your blackness. I can be for you, and you can be for me. We can have discussions about how we do blackness, and I think we should. But when you stop trying to police everybody's blackness, acting as a motherfucking gatekeeper, strangely enough, those gotcha moments, those motherfucking exposés, you know, that fuckery, that hypocrisy just disappears. So if you're tired of looking at hypocrisy, if you're tired of seeing this motherfucking gotcha bullshit, then start living your life in the light and start letting other motherfucking black people live their life how they living it. We ain't gonna always agree. But if we gonna be brothers and sisters, then god damn it, let's be brothers and sisters. I don't always agree with my sister, but I love that little black motherfucker. I will die for that little black motherfucker. Why? Just because she's black, breathing, and alive, and my sister. That's it. That's where we got to go, family. So I want to wish all of you motherfuckers a great Friday. Be safe. Don't be stupid. If you can't be good at what you're doing. And until I see you again, I want to wish you all love, peace, prosperity, and power. Real power to our people.